No, I think the AC's on.
All right, 7:26. I'll entertain a motion to enter back into regular session.
Make a motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Approval of minutes, March 20th, 2024 special meeting. Do I have a motion?
Make a motion.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Approval of the March 25th, 2024 regular common council meeting minutes.
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Executive session material. Mr. Rhodes.
Thank you, Mayor. A resolution to Common Council of the City of Port Jervis to fill a part-time fire inspector position, where the City of Port Jervis is in need of a part-time fire inspector, and whereas Craig Becker has applied for said position and appears qualified to perform the duties required of said position. Now, therefore be resolved that the Common Council of the City of Port Jervis appoints Craig Becker as a part-time fire inspector not to exceed 1,040 hours per year at an hourly rate of $25, start date of April 15th, 2024. I make that a motion.
Second.
We have a second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Councilman Laura Hockenberg.
That's a resolution. It's a resolution of the Common Council of the City of Port Jervis to fill open seasonal labor position. Whereas the City of Port Jervis is in need of a seasonal laborer, and whereas Trey Wilkerson has applied for said position and appears qualified to perform the duties required of said position. Now, therefore be it resolved that the Common Council of the City of Port Jervis hereby appoints Trey Wilkerson as a seasonal laborer at an hourly rate of $16.50 per hour, start date of April 15th, 2024.
Make that a motion?
I will make that a motion.
Yeah. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
I have another resolution of the Common Council of the City of Port Jervis to fill an open full-time electrical position. Whereas the City of Port Jervis is in need of a full-time electrician, and whereas James Celio has applied for said position and appears qualified to perform the duties required of said position. Now therefore be it resolved that the Common Council of the City of Port Jervis hereby appoints James Celio as a full-time electrician at an hourly rate of $26.97 per hour. Start date of April 15th, 2024. Now I'll make that a motion.
We have a second. Second by Councilman Rhodes. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? The motion carries.
And last, I have a resolution of the Common Council of the City of Port Jervis authorizing the mayor to execute an employment agreement with the City Director of Human Resources. Whereas the City of Port Jervis previously appointed Darla Shields as the Director of Human Resources, and whereas the City and Mr. Shields have negotiated an agreement setting forth the terms of Mr. Shields' employment, a copy of which is annexed here too, and whereas it is the opinion of the Common Council that it is in the best interest of the city to authorize the mayor to execute the aforesaid employment agreement with Mrs. Shields. Now therefore it is hereby resolved that the Common Council of the City of Port Jervis hereby authorizes the mayor or his designee to execute and deliver the annexed employment agreement between the city and Darla Shields, subject to final review by the Corporation Council and the Corporation Labor Council.
You make that motion?
You don't need to do a roll call.
Did you make a motion?
I'll make that a motion.
Okay, we have a second.
Second.
Mrs. Dennison? Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Okay, very good. All right. Councilman Vigorello?
I have a resolution from the police department.
I'm sorry.
Be it resolved by the city council of the city of Port Jervis that the city hereby voluntarily recognizes the Police Benevolent Association of the city of Port Jervis Incorporated as the exclusive bargaining representative of all full-time lieutenants employed by the city in accordance with the terms set forth in the letter dated April 8th, 2024 to Anthony Sofaro, a copy of which shall be attached to the minutes of this meeting. I'll make that motion.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Yep. Anything else, Councilman Vigorello?
Who was the second on that?
Colin.
All right, regular business, Code Committee.
Thank you, Mayor. The Code Committee met on April 8th, April 3rd, 2024. We approved amendments to the cannabis dispensary law, which to be sent to corporate council for revising. And at the next meeting, we should be able to set a public hearing for that. Other topics that were discussed at the code meeting were peddler's permits, battery storage moratorium, short-term lease law, and blacktop sidewalks. The next code committee will meet on May 1st at 6:30. And that's all I have under code.
All right, Police Committee, Mr. Vigorello.
Okay, thank you, Mayor. I have, one resolution there, for a field training agreement with the town of Mount Hope. Whereas the city of Port Jervis offers a comprehensive police officer field training program, and whereas the town of Mount Hope has previously received field training services from the city pursuant to a mutual aid agreement that has expired, and has requested the city provide field training services to its newly hired police officers prior to the execution of a renewal mutual aid agreement. And whereas the city is willing to provide standard field training services under the condition that until such time as a renewal mutual aid agreement is executed, the town and each officer receiving the field training executes and delivers an original version of this waiver and indemnification agreement. And I would like to make a motion that the city adopts this field training waiver and indemnification agreement with the town of Mount Hope until we can get the new contract.
I'll second.
Second by Councilman Lawrence Hockenberry. Any discussion?
We'll just make sure that before any field training is commenced with the officers from Mount Hope, that the town and each individual officer signs off on the waiver and indemnification. We know Mount Hope has all their insurance in place, but we'll double check.
Sure.
That's it.
Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Planning and zoning. Oops, sorry.
I want to say a little bit more. Just a reminder, on April 27th, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., the drug take back and wellness screening, in conjunction with Bonscore Hospital, will take place here at City Hall. And also, it is getting nicer, especially at night. On the past week, the Port Jervis Police have arrested 2 subjects that are wandering around in the middle of the night going through cars. So lock your cars. Also be vigilant. If you see somebody out there at night, or you're out walking your dog and you see somebody ducking into the shadows, please call the police department. They're getting frustrated because they had to release these two subjects due to bail reform. But please, they're doing their part, so please, you see these people out there, call the police, and they will come take care of them for as long as they can.
Good.
And that is all.
All right, thank you.
What's the hours of the drug take back?
10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Thank you.
Planning and zoning, Councilman O'Connell.
Zoning met on April 2nd. There was a public hearing for a public residence at 5 Spring Street, and there was a pre-submission for another residence at 24 Cahunty Street. The next zoning meeting is going to be May 7th at 7 p.m. and the next planning meeting is at April 16th at 7 p.m. in the council chambers.
All right, recreation.
Okay, recreation, upcoming special events, Spring Park cleanup at Veterans Park this Saturday morning, April 13th at 10 a.m. Volunteers are needed. Email the recreation office if you would like to volunteer. Other special events later this spring include the Jim Faggio Jr. PJ Midnight Madness Endurance Relay on April 20th to 21st at Elks Bronx Park. The relay starts at 6 p.m. on April 20th and ends at 6 a.m. on April 21st. You can register as an individual or teams of 2, 3, or 4. Do as many laps as you can in the 12 hours on this 3.1 mile loop course. Music, movies, food truck, and more throughout the night. All money raised will go to the Outdoor Club of Port Jervis and the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. For more information, register or go to pjmidnightmadness.com. The 30th Delaware River Run 5K Run and Walk on May 5th, 2024 at Riverside Park. Join us with the entire family as we celebrate 30 years of running. Some special events are planned for that morning. For more information or to register, go to runsignup.com and search for Delaware River Run. The Youth Center Recreation Room is open Monday through Friday between 3 p.m. and 6 p.m. Parks and playgrounds are being prepared for the spring and summer seasons. Swings are up, picnic tables are out, and the Elks Bronx Park vehicle gate is open daily. If you see anything that needs to be addressed, please contact Recreation Office. The next Recreation Commission meeting is scheduled for this Wednesday, April 10th, 2024 at 6:15 p.m. at the Youth Center. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Finance, Councilman.
Thank you, Mayor. We do have bills to be paid from the general fund, $205,960.21. From the water fund, $3,956.64. From the sewer fund, $2,142.93. From the capital fund, $6,377. And from trust and agency, $1,978.95. For a total of $220,415.73. Some of the larger items to note from the general water and sewer funds is Orange County landfill for $22,857.74. MAG engineering for $7,121.20. Global Montello Group, which is our gas and diesel, for $8,611.23. Northeastern Parts for $4,717.38. And from the capital fund, we had MAG engineering for $2,677 and Carol Gallagher for $3,700. I would like to make a motion that we pay the bills.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman O'Connell. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? The motion carries.
Our next finance meeting is next Wednesday, April 17th at 6 p.m. here in the council chambers, and that's all I have, Mayor.
All right, thank you. Tourism, Councilwoman Mann.
Thank you, Mayor. The Tourism Board has not met since their last meeting. Their next meeting will be held this Wednesday, April 10th at 7 p.m. here in the council chambers. If anyone has any further inquiries, you may contact Tourism Chair Laura Meyer. Her email is laurapj@yahoo.com. I would like to make a motion to approve the annual Italian festival, Bella Notte Italiano, which will be held on
Excellent. Excellent job.
vowels, right?
Natural.
It's set for Saturday, August 17th, from 3 to 9 p.m. at Orange Square Park. This event has been approved by all department heads.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Councilman at-large Hockberry. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
I'd also like to make a motion to approve the 31st Annual Fall Foliage Festival, which will be held downtown on Sunday, September 22nd, from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. This event has been approved by all department heads.
22nd or 23rd?
Yeah, we have. So the agenda says the 23rd, but I verified that the calendar, looking at the calendar, it's actually the 22nd.
Good job, Maria. We all thought it was.
All right.
It's my anniversary. No, you don't have an excuse.
Well, you better take your wife out for her anniversary downtown.
Yeah.
No, that's on the 23rd.
I caught that this evening, so I'm sorry I didn't let you know sooner. Corrected you.
Perfect form.
Sure.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Rhodes. Any discussion?
Aye.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
Okay, and the IDA has not met since their last meeting. Their next meeting will be held on Monday, April 15th at 6 p.m. here in the council chambers. And that's all that I have. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Fire and Emergency Management, Councilman Rhodes.
Thank you, Mayor. I got some correspondence from the fire department. A member from Engine 6, Andrea Bell, for an appointment to the fire police. I make that a motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilwoman Fuller. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
The next is Mahatma Hogan Ladder to attend the county parade September 28th, 2024. I make that a motion.
Do we have a second? Second by Councilman Vicarello. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
The next is Scott Brody Swires, as an active member of Howard Weed Engine Company number 4. I make that a motion.
Second by Councilman Vicarello. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
And also for Howard Weed Engine Company number 4 is to sell spaces in their parking lot for the countywide yard sale on 5/4/24. I make that a motion.
Second.
Second by Councilman O'Connell. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
The only other thing I have is the next fire emergency management meeting will be on Monday the 15th at 6:30. That's all I have, Mayor.
All right, thank you. CDA, Councilwoman Dennis.
Thank you, Mayor. All I have is, there's been nothing new since the last meeting on March 27th, and that the next meeting is going to be April 24th.
And can I have Jackie abstain from the March 20th meeting? That was a special meeting and you weren't
Yes.
there, so you couldn't approve.
Yes,
Okay, thank you.
yes.
Okay. Housing veterans.
Thank you, Mayor. Housing Authority's last meeting was held on February the 27th. There was no March meeting, it was canceled. The next meeting is scheduled for April 23rd at 7 p.m. at Hillside Terrace. Once again, all World War II veterans are now eligible for VA health care with no cost or no copays. That's a change now that all of World War II veterans are eligible. Anyone that served between December 7th, 1941 and December 31st, 1946 is now eligible. You must be enrolled in the VA. If you're not enrolled, please enroll now. For more information, go to benefitsquestions.org, or go to the local VA service office. The next senior meetings are April 10th and April 24th at 1 p.m. at Fellowship Hall in West End. I want to make people aware of a Spectrum software update scam. Someone claiming to be a Spectrum employee calls with a deal. They're upgrading their boxes with new software worth $700. And listen to the terms, because I'm told, actually I got 2 calls, one each day. The first one, I went through the whole thing and listened to their spiel, and the second one, I gave them my spiel. I don't think they'll be calling me back, but they claim that they're upgrading your boxes. They're claiming it takes about 10 minutes, and then they switch it to some other person with a strange accent and different scam artist. And then they come back and they offer you a $40 monthly credit for 2 years. That's got to be a key. Spectrum is not giving anybody $40. So then they want your account number, your bank account number. In my case, I told them we don't have a checking account. So they offered me an opportunity, since I don't have one, to send them a money order. So I got the address to send the money order to. Don't do that either. And then they're going to give you back $199 if you hang around for another 6 months, even though some of us have been with them for 20 years. So be alert to this scam. Like I said, I got it twice. Don't give any information to them. And I confirmed with Spectrum, and it is in fact a scam.
Stan,
So,
Orange and Rockland's having the same issue. A lot of people are calling and saying we're going to shut you off, and people are giving their social security numbers out, money. I had someone that gave out like $5 grand.
please don't.
Yeah,
Don't
be careful.
give your information to anyone that you don't know. Please. And I'm told that somebody's calling for different businesses in town as well.
It's getting crazy.
So please, don't give any personal information to anyone, please. And tell your friends, post it on social media. I posted it, you can copy mine if you like. Then, at long last, Access 23 is back on the air, with some caveats. We wired it up. We found that, believe it or not, that our latest problem was they installed a brand new box here, and the jack that they stuck it in must have been dirty. It took several weeks to figure that one out. We have a situation where we still have the menu on the screen. We're working on that. We're working on getting the bulletin board back up. We need to get some better cabling. I hooked it up today, came back, and it wasn't working because the cable failed, so I had to put new cable in. I promise that we will work on that diligently over the next 2 weeks to get you a better picture. I have to thank Steve Butler for all of his help, and I do have to thank Johnny Siegel, who happens to be a third-generation Siegel, videotaping council meetings. So Johnny, thank you very much for being there and helping us out.
Excellent job.
So after 3 years absence, we're back. We intend to stay back. We will be looking for hooking up with the school possibly and getting youth like Johnny involved in this to carry on. So thanks to everybody for your patience. Taxes are due on April 15th, don't forget. And if you can't get your taxes done, you can get an extension that buys you some time. An inspirational quote of the day is, "You're never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream." You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. And that's all I have. Thank you.
DPW.
Thank you, Mayor. DPW met on April 1st. We discussed some staffing issues, the work to be done in Orange Square Park, which should commence this spring and run into summer. They received a grant to put up a new stage, sound system, and fix the fountain that is currently there. So that'll be happening soon. Also, we discussed using the remainder of the grant from West End Beach project to fix up the bathhouses. So that will also be starting shortly, we hope. From from DPW, I have garbage and recycling on the week of April 8th will be picked up on its normal schedule. On the week of April 15th, garbage and recycling will be picked up on its normal schedule. The week of April 8th and the week of April 15th, paper pickup will be on its normal schedule as well. The 2024 garbage schedule is available at the city website at www.portjervisny.gov or by emailing the DPW office at dpwclerk@portjervisny.gov. The compost pile and dump tickets are now open every Saturday from 7:30 a.m. until noon. Street sweeping is ongoing. Citywide bag leaf pickup every Monday will continue until completion. The underpass will have maintenance going on for the next few weeks. They'll be pressure washing that, doing touch-ups and painting. Pothole repair is ongoing citywide, and spring hydrant flushing has started. That will be going on for the next few weeks. They started in the 2nd Ward, and they will be working around the city. So pay attention to your hydrants being flushed so you don't ruin your clothing when you wash them. And that is all, Mayor. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Under Mayor's correspondence, a resubmission from the Property Sisters for their grand opening event on 4/14/2024. They have resubmitted, they have cleaned up a few areas that we asked them to, and their submission is has no issues from any of the department heads. I'm seeking a motion for that.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Second by Councilwoman
There's a
Hall.
lot of takers.
Came right out of the chair for that one.
Yeah, you woke up this one, all right. Any discussion?
Colin second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Consideration for Flags for Heroes on June 1st, 2024. That was the presentation tonight, the submission from Debbie Valentin. Seeking a motion for that.
So moved with consideration of the construction's going on there.
Or site.
Yeah, we'll work with them to find a site if Orange Square is not doable for
So
them.
is this for, are we voting on for it to be at Orange Square? Are we voting to allow them?
To allow them.
We're gonna vote to allow them to hold the event, and then we'll work with them this week to find
Okay.
a home for
Okay.
it, if we can do it at Orange Square.
Very good.
Thank you.
That's the motion to approve the event, subject to the council determining a suitable location.
Yes. Do I have a motion?
Yes.
From Stanley, do we have a second?
I'll second.
Yes.
Second by Councilman Lawrence Hockenberry. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Also, have an event permit here from the Port Jervis Middle School from Jordan Drew. They're seeking to hold their field day at Riverside Park on June 6, 2024. There was no issues from the department heads. And we have a copy of the liability insurance, so we're all set on that end.
I make that motion.
We have a second.
Second.
A second by Councilman Oni. All those in discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. All right. Seeking authorization to sign the contracts for the Port Jervis Solar Project. Corporation Counsel Frank reviewed them again this week. They are where they should be. Will, would you like to add anything?
I reviewed them this morning. They're amending some minor amendments to documents that the council authorized the mayor to sign recently. They had some changes. I went through them this morning. Documents are acceptable in form and content. They don't jeopardize the city's position on the project.
I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion.
Do we have a second? Councilwoman Fuller. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. First installment of city taxes due April 30th. The second quarter water payments are due also on April 30th. You could use the drop box in front of City Hall if you so choose, or you could deliver them to the city clerk's office. And finally, I would like to thank Stan Siegel, probably for getting this station back up and running. I know you've been determined for a very long time. I know this has been a project that's been near and dear to your heart, and you deserve a lot of credit and praise for this because it's finally up and running. And Johnny's doing a great job behind the camera, and hopefully we'll see you back in 2 weeks. Hopefully.
You
All
might
right.
have a permanent job.
All right. With that, I'll entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
Second by Councilman Rhodes. All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? Motion carries. Good night, everyone.
Nice job, Jim.
You're up.